Hi, welcome to Late Night Love. I'm Don Amici. My co-host tonight, the spiciest of them all, Spicy Marty.
Hey.
We're here to discuss black love in all its forms for the next 2 hours. You'll hear from different black voices on social media and live here on the show. And you can be a part of the show, too. You can call us at 310-369-0400. That's 369-0400, area code 310. And we'll take you live on the air and talk about love and relationships here on Late Night Love. Tonight, we've got a special conversation with a controversial relationship coach who believes in male empowerment, and he's not shy about it. Here's a sample of the message from Darwynn McPherson.
Women don't just submit because you're a nice guy, and they don't do it naturally in today's world. Most women are taught from a young age to see male leadership as toxic. The mindset doesn't change on its own. It has to be broken and replaced with truth. A man must have control in his household, not out of abuse, but out of order. Every working system in life, military, school, sports, government, runs on control. If you remove that from the home, you get destruction. And that's exactly what most families look like today. If a woman joins your life, she needs to be recalibrated. That means retaught how to follow a man. That doesn't happen by accident. It happens through your leadership, consistency, and correction. So now, a woman doesn't submit just because you're good. She submits when you control what's yours and remind her what God expects from her. And when that happens, your house gets in line and your life moves forward. Unfortunately, it is no longer safe to rely on those who are responsible for women's upbringing to teach her the value of submitting to a man and how to do it. If you're a man who got lucky to secure a submissive woman, you need to appreciate her, for she may be the last of a dying breed.
All right, joining us live from Atlanta is Darwynn McPherson. You have a lot of polarizing posts. What kind of reaction do you get?
Well, I have a large male audience, so it's a lot of encouragement and validation.
Yeah, I think men feel kind of left out in a lot of the conversations and kind of feel sort of like they've been bullied on over the last 3, 4, 5 years, and there's nobody kind of speaking up for them. So when they find somebody kind of taking their side, they kind of tend to gravitate towards the message. Some may look at the message as I don't know, anti-female, but what is your message?
Well, my message is all about desired outcomes. Most definitely not anti-female. I'm married to a woman. There's no way that possible that could be true. My message is to try to get men and women to embrace their market value and, understand what desired mate, they want to attract and figure out how to optimize themselves for that person so they can reach get the results they want.
I was just looking at the post that we just played there, and you were talking about finding a submissive woman and getting married to that. Is it time for us to rethink the leadership roles in marriage right now? I know traditionally the man has kind of been the head. Religion has kind of made that been the thing, but is it time to rethink how we view roles in a marriage?
No, I don't think there's ever going to be a time where you need to rethink how roles are supposed to be. It's all about your principles.
Okay.
And if you got a spiritual connection with God or whatever religious tradition that you been brought up on or that you subscribe to, I think the worst thing you can do is deviate from that.
You mentioned market value earlier, right? In describing people. Do you feel like in today's time with dating apps, social media, us seeing ourselves like never before, do you think that we have the wrong idea of our market value?
Absolutely. I think that's a large reason why we're not compatible to the person that we want to be with or that we desire to be with, because we don't understand our individual market value. And that's men and women.
They're too high, or we are aiming too low?
A little bit of both. You have some, largely, there's a large number of women that are punching outside of their weight class. So
what do you mean by that when you say punching outside of their weight class? Like they making money and they want a higher value man, or what do you mean?
Well, when I say punching outside of their weight class is they don't consider the things that a man desire in return. Like a woman could want a man that's a high earner. He has really good morals. He's a great leader. He has access to a plethora of options, and the woman that's trying to pursue him or trying to get his attention may be a single mom, or she may be
I got you.
an older woman, and you have to compete with women who don't have that resume. And those women are, you try to tell these women, hey, look, you got to compare. How are you going to convince this guy to date you when he can date a better version of you?
Gotcha.
And that's not what women want to hear today.
Yeah. You talk about patriarchy instead of matriarchy. You want to bring the male lead back instead of the female lead?
Are you asking me, do I want to bring it back?
Yeah,
Because
or
I didn't think it was going anywhere.
okay. I mean, we'll talk about that.
Well, I think when I talk about the patriarch, I think of a country that was built on, obviously, a male-led or a man-led country. And the price we paid for it, if you go back to, world wars, World War II, the Cold War, and all these other historical events, to where men who died, for a country to be developed in such a way to where we can have a freedom, we can give women a chance at potentially being equal to a man, just to be slapped in the face with a third of men not having sex, and a group of women that want to be independent and delay motherhood and being a wife after 30. And the reason why that's a problem, because, well, we know 90% of a woman's eggs are gone when she reaches 30.
Mm-hmm.
And then the average age from the 1950s, where women used to be grandmothers at 47, 48, it's now around 65, 66, because 54% of women are waiting until after 30 to have their first child. So a first-time grandmother is severely old, and she really don't have enough time and energy to
Why do
be
you
with
think
it.
women are waiting that long? Why do you think the shift has been to wait longer?
Well, it's not a matter of what I think. It's a matter of the data. The data says that, well, there's a few things. The main thing is women are prioritizing their individual financial stability and careers over becoming a mother early, because there's not a male suitor that has the financial stability to take care or raise a family or even provide or even meet halfway, or, so there's that. And then there's, hot girl summers. We'd be remiss if we didn't, put that in the group. You have that, and then you have the you have a group of women that are using a term called frontal lobe. Their frontal lobe isn't developed yet, so they shouldn't have kids until after 25, which is ridiculous to me, because I think my grandmother and great grandmother had kids when they were 18 and 19. So there's a lot of excuses, but the bottom line is the women are, they're developing their individuality so that they don't have to submit to a man. But they end up regretting it whenever they get to about 35, 40.
What do you see like? So, what's your ideal relationship look like? I mean, what do you see things? How should they be?
Well, I think men and women should, in order to have a successful relationship, in my opinion, men need to meet their women young, and they need to. I would argue that they need to build with their young. So that might mean that men need to go into the military, because a lot of 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds are not financially capable of, running a household or having a family. So my ideal relationship is a man and women meeting as young as possible and having their kids young and getting married. I met my wife in college.
Mm-hmm.
I got lucky. I found a woman that was willing to get on my program. But I had to convince her that I actually had a vision. I'm 7 years older than her. I went to college after the military. She was turning 21 when I met her. So she was more impressionable. So I would encourage men to meet their women that are more impressionable. The younger, the better. Now, I'm not talking about any of that foul stuff, but, 20, 22, 25, whatever. Meet her young, because she's more malleable, instead of a woman who's 30, 35, she's more stuck in her ways. She's already had to have her lifestyle set, and she's looking for a man to fit. That's a tough relationship for a man to come in if he's any type of masculine or have any belief in a divine order or hierarchical structure.
I'm going to add on to that.
Man, woman, and child.
I agree that when both are younger, right? Because studies show statistically that the moment a man hits 43 and he's still not married, he is set in his ways. So both of them being in their youth makes both of them more flexible, malleable, impressionable. The standards aren't as high. The lived experiences are lower, right? And so I agree to the point, but for both of them being more youthful because they can grow one another. Okay. But earlier you said something about hot girl summer being potentially the reason that women are waiting later. Who do you think is responsible, male or female, for encouraging things like hot girl summer? The sexual independence or promiscuity. Do you think that was female-led or male-driven?
I think that's female-led.
Oh, you think
I
it's
would
female-led?
say it was female-led.
Interesting.
It was a matter of, I don't know if it was second wave or third wave. It happened.
You said
during
earlier
the,
men are the leaders. So do you think that women felt like I need to start having sex out of marriage because women are going to want this to respect me more? Or do you think that it was to please men?
Well, I don't think it was to please man. It was if it's a woman having sex out of marriage, it was for her to please herself. Because we got to be honest, women like sex just as much as men do.
They love sex, but they love acceptance more.
Well, it was a matter of, see, women always wanted to be out of order. They always had this urge to want to do the things men do. It's an envy. They always had this.
I wouldn't disagree with that. Women are, yes. I would
they
agree
want
with
to
that.
compete with man. They want to be equal. They want to be just as much as man can do, I can do. So once the liberation came, it took away the shame. How dare you? You know what I'm saying? This is my body, my choice. So once these things came into effect, and then you had a number of inspirational actresses and entertainers that also catapulted that energy.
Yeah, the Cardi B's, the Meg Thee Stallions.
Exactly, and I don't like to go on the record naming names. I want to come from me.
Unless
you do
come
that.
from me. Yeah, the City Girls.
That was you.
I mean, no, listen, I'll say that they were putting out a message out there.
I think the message was in response to trying to take the power back from these men who had encouraged the promiscuity, now wanting to also label you a hoe. So to take the power back, it was, no, you're not going to.
Well, Amber Rose started that. Amber Rose had the slut walk where she was trying to normalize I don't even know, promiscuous behavior. I thought it was very odd that she was doing the slut walk, and she's come out and said, the feminists kind of hijacked that and made it something that I'm kind of ashamed. Not only she says ashamed, but it was something that wasn't what she wanted it to be. I never thought a woman. I don't know where this whole shame thing came out for women being promiscuous. I don't know if that's a societal thing that we are shaming women or a religious thing. But I've never made a woman feel bad or tried to make a woman feel bad because of her body count. Maybe that's a religious aspect that's in this country that is doing that.
I think where the shame comes in is that these women who move like this have the audacity to believe or demand a archetype of man. Or remember we mentioned punching out of your weight class. This also has something to do with it. I mean, if you're going around and having hot girl summer and getting your back blown out all throughout your 20s, and we know that these women are running into their ideal husband, like the guy that would actually marry them and be a good father, a good husband. But he's too nice, he's boring, he looks nerdy, he's sitting across from you in study hall in college. And you want the bad guy who's got crazy sexual experiences, can have anyone he want. I don't understand. That's one part that I've yet to understand about women, but I guess it's just that the energy that the bad guy bring.
What is the beginning? What's the origin story of your belief system? Where did this come from? Your parents? Did this come from your childhood? Did someone hurt you as a little kid? Where did the beginning of these beliefs come from?
No, nobody hurt me.
I also want to know what makes you smile. Is he a straight face? Give me a smile.
I don't buy into the fact that you got to be hurt to to continue to carry the traditions your father instilled into you. And when I say father, it's a figure of speech. It was a male because my father wasn't in my life. I had other men in my life that instilled principles and standards into me, and they typically came from the Word of God, the Bible. So I was also taught, as a young boy that, the world changes, but the Word doesn't. God is nothing new under the sun. So I don't have to, be lenient on my discernment or how I want to operate or what I believe in just because a new law came out that says, hey, you can deviate. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a matter of hurt. It's just a matter of enforcing standards.
You said earlier, though, that I am curious about women, right? You said women have always been envious of men, and I don't doubt that there's some things about us that we wish like that we had the privy of, or the less judgment like the fellas, or the double standard didn't exist. Is there anything that you think that men are envious of with women?
Anything that men are envious of women, I would say one thing is their favoritism in the family courts, maybe. That's I would argue that a lot of men are envious of that, the power they have. And I don't think, well, I was going to say I don't think women realize that, but I keep seeing examples where they actually do because they're actually exploiting men using the family court. But it's not really a lot of things that I would say a man is envious of a woman.
You talk about why divorce ruins men more than women. Why do you say that?
Why does divorce ruin? Because of the outcomes. It's largely based on the outcomes. Men are willing to stick it in. I got over 1,000 hours in consultations, and there's guys that are been in marriages, sexless marriages, for 5, 10, 15 years, and they're still willing to stay.
Didn't the data say that women are the ones that pull the trigger on the divorce, but men are the ones that
they're doing it at an 80% clip now. So the issue that I haven't been able to figure out, I even tried to use the great ChatGPT AI to help me with it, and we failed to figure out how can a man successfully navigate a situation where he's 10 years into a marriage where alimony is enforced, and he's the breadwinner, and his wife does not want to give him sex, but she's threatened to divorce him if he goes out elsewhere to get it.
Well, you just got to get you a side piece. I mean, you got to do what the old school did back in the day.
That's the risk you take, but then when you get caught.
Well, I mean, it's a no-win situation, so you might as well shoot for your happiness at the end of the day. I mean, if you go back to history, old school had a family down the street.
But you're also assuming that it's a 10-year mark and then they're stepping out. A lot of the infidelity isn't necessarily sometimes it's financial infidelity. It's not just sexual infidelity. There's other areas of intimacy that are lacking. But you're assuming that it's like at the 10-year mark that they're stepping out. Sometimes it's way before that, and it's not a sexless marriage. He's just not disciplined.
Well, yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say men are not. Men are just angels. There's obviously you got a large group of men that are exercising their options and just do not want to be monogamous. Mm-hmm. But we do know the reason why a lot of men cheat. And in one hand, you got guys that just never going to be sexually disciplined. All of their life, they've been promiscuous. They don't know how to turn it. It's very hard to turn that off. After going your whole entire life, never regulating who you sleep with. Yeah. And then you get into a marriage and think that you can no, it doesn't work like that. You have to actually practice sexual discipline. And you got the guys that are the women are withholding it. They married her, they got married under the guise that she submitted to divine order or hierarchy. Your body is your husband's, and your husband's body belongs to his wife. And she leverages that to get what she wants in a marriage. And then I think the other part is just where it's just a wrong place, wrong time. Yeah. You're drinking, you're out with the buddies, you're out in Vegas, you're supposed to be going out there just to have fun and watch a game or watch the playoffs or whatever. And your judgment is impaired. And then you end up making a mistake.
Yeah. One last question. What do you think is wrong with black marriage these days? Is it all women, or is it shared with both men and women?
It's shared with both men and women. Black marriage, it's got a lot to do with media representation. The black woman is hypersexualized in media.
Yeah.
She's hyper combative in media. I don't know in any form of media that I can think of right now off the top of my head that showcases a black woman in a positive light. Even the one that they hold dear to their heart
Yeah.
is unbecoming of herself on her brother's podcast, Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
And she's showcasing that she was a facade pretty much the whole entire campaign. That she wasn't really satisfied, or she wasn't really happy with the life she had with Obama, and that's very sad.
Well, I think she was being a good wife, though. I think she
Right.
was doing what she was trying to be a good wife, trying to be a good steward for the country, and I thought that was very admirable. And now she's trying to find her voice, and I think,
Yeah.
I mean, he talks about how much he owes her, how he's in a deficit to her. I think the country's in a deficit.
But
to
I
her.
also think that we have to be realistic. You're not guaranteed happiness in marriage.
No.
There are waves and seasons of dissatisfaction, of, you got to take an L from time to time. We go through these life experiences, sometimes challenging, sometimes it's, the rise of power. And I think that, as I counsel a lot of couples, we think that if it's not rainbows and gumdrops, that we have failed our marriage. And it's like, no. This is actually who you chose to go through those pitfalls with.
Well, she took a big L for the country.
She took a big L.
The big L for the country. All right, look, Darren, I want to thank you for joining us. I appreciate you, man. Good luck with everything, and keep up with the message. You definitely have an audience, and definitely males are resonating with it. Where can we find you online, and where can people book you if they want to reach out to you?
If you want to find me online, I have a YouTube channel. It's the same as the handle right here, Darwynn McPherson. I got about 123,000 subs, so welcome aboard. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and if you have any issues or with relationships or dating, shoot me an email or shoot me a DM.
All right, Darwynn McPherson doing the Lord's work out there. I appreciate you, brother. Hanging in.
All right, brother.
All right, up next,
Bye.
different take on the male-female dynamics with poster Big Bad Doll when Late Night Love continues.
Hey, besties!
What is a bestie?
I like you.
She's fun.
It's about to be a good time!
She's always looking out for you.
Since you're my bestie, I will handle it for you.
She makes you think.
Here to uplift and empower.
She's always encouraging.
You are that girl.
Chelsea Edwards, your bestie in daytime.
I get the spiritual moments.
Chatting with Chelsea. New episodes weekdays at 5:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices.
Like your text to emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Hey, welcome back to Late Night Love. I'm Don Amici with Spicy Marty here, and you can join the conversation. We've got a phone number right there, 310-369-0400. You can also jump into the chat on the Late Night Love Fox Soul YouTube page. And from the chat, Lisa Love says, men don't know women because you're not a woman. I agree with you on that. Lisa Love says, this is giving me Kevin Samuels and this is why I'm single. Well, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
Lisa, don't be single forever.
No, but when we do showcase, and I will even speak to it, like he has a certain set of beliefs and views, but there wasn't and this is the controversy around even like Kevin Samuels. It was let me tell you what's wrong with you, but it didn't come back full circle to, and then here's how you solve for it. This is the motivation to rise up. This is what you could be doing better. This is, and there wasn't as much accountability on the dude's fault. It was very much like the female population when he started off with men lead.
Yeah, you gave a couple good points though. Going to the military young, I think especially if you are undisciplined, don't have a family structure, I think the military is a great place to go into to give you discipline, give you financial structure, help you start a family. I think that's a great, but it's all great.
Do you know the divorce rate of military wives and the surrogacy rate of military wives?
It's better than freeballing it out here. Our next guest couldn't be more different from the first one. Big Bad Doll has a big following on social media too, with posts like this one about having a girlfriend allowance.
First things first, make sure the man that you're dating is making money and financially stable, if not doing way better than you. After that, the rest is pretty simple. You're literally going to want to sit him down day 1 or 2. Don't wait too long and let him know, I expect a girlfriend allowance if you want to be with me. Keep in mind, they don't really spend or give you like XYZ funds during the dating stage. That's usually reserved for the girlfriend. Now, of course, he'll probably give you nice gifts and everything while you guys are dating and pay for nails and stuff here and there. But like once you're the actual girlfriend, you need to establish a girlfriend allowance, which is a certain amount of his income that he deposits directly into your account on a reoccurring basis. If not, gives you access to his card on your phone. I prefer both. I would recommend getting the reoccurring deposits, whether this is your boyfriend or your sugar daddy, because it can also be used as extra income to apply for things, better car, housing. It looks like you have extra monies coming in. But most men that have money don't mind spending money. It's only going to be an issue from a man that doesn't like you or he does not have the funds to spend on you.
All right, joining us live now from Atlanta is Brianna, also known as Big Bad Doll. Welcome to Late Night Love. And I don't have a problem with anything she just said, but I do want to know, what does a man get in return for the allowance?
I would say whatever you guys agree upon. Yeah. It could be acts of service, tidiness around the house, helping him with his business. It really comes down to whatever you guys discuss. Sometimes it takes little effort. Some men want very little in return, because once they have money, the easiest thing for them to do is spend money.
This is the girlfriend experience. This is what you're paying for.
Okay, so I look at it.
What? Don't say you don't. Listen, this is
I look at it as a stipend, right? Yes. I look at it as like on retainer, right? Yes. And the reason being is because the upkeep of a woman to me is extremely expensive, something a man will never understand. However, okay, there is a certain level of expectation of keep yourself up, take care of these things. And so I do think that like you helping fund that, right, is a form of, it's a great investment.
I do think that this type of relationship is not for every guy. I do want to say that. I think some men might balk at this because they may not be able to afford this type of relationship. This is for a specific type of individual who can sit there and, because you're a very beautiful woman, the upkeep's going to cost a certain amount of money. And you have to be able to afford you.
What do you say when a dude is like, that's silly, I don't believe in that?
It doesn't happen because I don't be around where the money's not at. It doesn't happen.
Where the money resides.
And when do you let them know? So, like, how do you ease this into the conversation? Do you let them know, like, third date, 3 months? When do you? First date?
I think they already know, right? Like,
most men already know. It's really common nowadays that these men set up arrangements with women. They don't want to have to try and figure out where they're going to get their attention from. Mm-hmm. It takes too much effort. Women are expensive. Dates are expensive. The things that we want, like she said, it adds up. And trying to have a whole bunch of women juggle, it's going to cost you a lot of money. It's just better to find the girl that you like and invest in her, to be honest. Whether you want to marry her down the line, that's up to you guys. But for right now, just get something in order. And a lot more guys are turning to that method, from young guys all the way up to older men. So this whole what does she have to do for me, and bringing to the table method has been dead like 2023.
Yeah.
It's an old method that's not working for these men. They're giving in at this point. They're getting more money to give in.
What do you so let me ask you a question. Do you fall in love? Or is love not in the equation? Or is this kind of like you taking care of me like this, like make me love you?
Yeah, both. Yeah, for sure. I mean, of course, women naturally submit to a man who's taking care of things when you don't have to worry about how you're going to eat or your car note or how your bills are paid. It's a lot easier to like that guy, for sure.
Okay.
Have you ever fallen for anyone who was broke?
Hell yeah, in my 20s. It was dusty as hell.
Oh.
And he had a Pontiac with no AC.
And how did that work out?
I was sweating my edges out. It was terrible. And then I decided to stay with him while he got his money, and then he left.
He left?
He left. He left when he got on. They always do. You know that's what happens. And then his business flopped and it fell apart because that's karma. But yeah, for sure. Yeah, when I was 20-something, for sure, like that guy. If you don't get married young, you're going to date a brokey unless you just, have a mother that literally guides you to where the money's at.
So what made you say, you know what, I'm gonna, this is the strategy of how I'm gonna date. This is the intention of how I'm gonna be moving, and I'm just gonna if you're gonna have to take care of me in X, Y, and Z way in order for us to date. Like, when was the last straw to where you said this is how I'm gonna move?
It was always like that. My mother is a kept woman. My grandmother is a kept woman. They are from the old school. They were able to marry well-to-do Black men and be the only.
Oh, so you veered off her love in the beginning. You were like, I'm going to do it different.
I did, and I didn't listen to Pawpaw and Meemaw, and they said, you're going to fall for a dusty and have a hard life. And I did. Wow. It was terrible for years. It was sharing 4-for-4s, trying to get the business started. The Wendy's meal.
Yeah,
He had the burger, I had the nuggets. It was ghetto.
But it was love, though. It was love.
But she was hungry.
It was struggle love, but it was love. It was at its authentic form.
It was ghetto.
Okay, all right. Are you single? And if you are, what are you looking for?
I'm single until marriage, but I do have a few people that I like out here, and they like me.
Okay, so does it matter age or race when it comes to who you date? Yes,
it does. Okay. I don't want to go older than my dad.
And how old is that?
My dad is 52. He's married to a woman my age.
Okay.
And then what about race? What about ethnicity?
I don't know. I'll try a white man. That's as far as I'm going to go, though. I'll try one.
You'll try no Hispanic, no Asian, nothing like that. No. So black is pretty much it. You're still loyal to the Black man.
Oh yeah, there's some good ones. My daddy's one, and my pawpaw's one, and they've been with they take care of when they like you. Y'all do some terrible things sometimes, but eventually men tighten up. Now you just got to get the ones that do.
Now, with you being on the payroll, I do want to say, do you worry about the men accumulating other women and kind of putting them on the payroll also, or giving them other allowances also? Because
that's none of my business. That don't got nothing to do with me. My money hit my account. When that stopped, then we gonna have a conversation.
Okay, so you're like, hey, don't bring anything home. Like, hey,
I don't live with no man. I refuse to live with a man. My last fiance tried it. That's what broke us up.
Well, what happens if you get married and this?
We'll talk about that.
Okay. So everything's negotiable, I guess you could say.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there are plenty of people that don't live together that are married.
Yeah.
If they can afford to have multiple properties, sometimes they do. Some couples that are both goal-oriented, they don't see each other every night. They don't. They both getting money, No,
I get it.
I'm not very dependent. I'm more independent, and I know some men don't like that, but it does make for a good partner because I'm not going to be nagging you about where you at 24/7 because I'm probably going to be busy myself.
Brianna, you what was the claim to fame? What was the clip that made you go viral that helped you get all your followers?
Oh Lord, it was like 2 back-to-back. One I would say was really just focusing in on Black girls being more confident and how confidence starts in the home with the mothers. And if you are a confident Black woman, you will raise confident Black daughters, no matter what shade, color they are. And they will go out into this world and conquer. The problem is that I'm seeing all over social media, there are many Black women that are insecure, that are talked down to, and it started with their parents, started in the home. And so, of course, they're not going to do well on the dating scene or out here in the world. And we're all mixed in with these people. So, of course, some of us run into women that are very insecure, and men do have a terrible time with those women. And the goal is to rebuild those women, rebuild their confidence. What they couldn't get with their mothers, they might be able to get out of community.
So do you like teach a course, or do you like do you have a community, or are you just spreading your message of like, this is how I'm living my life, and this is it?
I'm curious about what the high earners do.
Tech, stay in tech. My whole family's been in tech for a long time. IBM, everything. And the military, like that man said, going to the military is actually good for you. But you were right, ma'am. The military marriages are terrible.
Yeah, like those women are miserable.
Are they?
Yes. Yes, very much. A lot of them do. They're alcoholics. They drink
I was just
a lot.
Gonna say substance abuse.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it just a strain of working for the government, or is it just that
loneliness?
The man is at work constantly, and it's too much. Is he too rigid because of the structure of the military?
Some men can never come back the same. They can go for 12 tours. They come back different every time. And it does affect the relationships. They stop talking to their wives, and some of them begin to cheat. And of course, we know what happens then.
So we got a chat comment, and they said from Lisa Love. She says, "Sorry, girlfriend, I was raised to work for my own money," which is, I guess, it's fine. Maybe that.
Yeah, we still work for our money, but that don't mean you have to work for no one else. You can work for your husband's business.
Well, I like how smart you are. Deposit money into my own account. It adds more income that I have coming on top of what else I'm doing on the other thing. I mean, it's a very smart, intentional way of moving. And
you can be an earner and still accept deposits.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
you can do 2 for 1 here.
Listen, this relationship is not for everybody, but it is for somebody. And so it's really like you're really going after a certain type of individual. And you know what? I wish you nothing but love and luck on finding that marriage and that success that relationship that you want. Because it's out there. And somebody's going to see you, and somebody's going to scoop you up, and somebody's going to give you the lifestyle that you want.
Oh, Lord. That sounds stressful.
Well, no, you're going to get the life that you want because that's what you're actually going after.
I'm already living it.
That's what I'm saying. All right, so where can they find you? BigBad.doll
Yes, I'm
Instagram?
Big Bad Doll on IG, just like that on TikTok. And I do have a YouTube I just started. It is Bree Does It. I'm sorry, Doing Better with Bree. We changed the name to Doing Better with Bree. Come see me, you guys. And that's it. That's all my socials I have. TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, you guys.
All right. Well, tell me, Mom and Papa, that they were right, and good luck with everything, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye. Later on, our spicy question of the day as Late Night Love comes forward.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Hey, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and The Nightcap is the late night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, you know we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 10:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on, man, let's put a ride home.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible?
Rolling!
From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher. He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me? Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that? Ain't he alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
louder for the people in the back.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Hey, welcome back to Late Night Love. I'm Don Amici with Spicy Madi, and you can join the conversation. The phone number right there on the screen is 310-369-0400, or jump into our chat on the Fox Soul Late Night Love YouTube page. Some of the comments from the chat that are coming in, because you guys are fired up. Lisa Love says, if a man gives you money all the time, he thinks he owns you. Well, some men, maybe. Maybe not. Some men are very free with their cash. VM says, relationship for money, she for the streets, card ready, penalty you out. Wow, red card, penalty you out. Lisa Love says she's single because she's looking for the bag. There are some men out there who would love to take care of a beautiful woman like that, and that's the relationship. Some men are very free with their cash because they got it to spend.
Yeah, but she made it very clear that it's transactional, right? That it's not so much that it's like about the emotional intimacy. It's more about the financial gains.
Well, I think she was a little scarred because she tried the emotional intimacy at first, and she got a little hurt in the beginning, and she's like, I should have listened to Mama and Mima.
She's like, if I'm going to be hurt, at least let me be hurt in a nice car. Or let me be hurt in a Porsche.
Love ADO said, in some countries in Africa, a man must bring the woman he plans to marry, the father, 10 cows for her hand in marriage. At $20,000 a cow, it's definitely a tradition that would make people take their time. The dowry, the marriage dowry. Mm-hmm. And Lisa Love says, please put some duct tape over her mouth. Oh, be nice, Lisa. Come on now. Be nice. Look. Just because it's not for you doesn't mean that it may not benefit her at the end of the day. So that's, everything ain't for everybody.
Well, the only thing that she's demanding, though, is the allowance. She wasn't saying, like, any other payments outside of that, right? Like, she's not saying...
Yeah. She was just saying, listen, I demand an upkeep, and you got to take care of me, and that's pretty much it. We didn't say what the allowance was. She did say a percentage of his income. But, I mean, as a man, we're going to be spending that anyway.
Yeah.
So all she's really doing is asking for it up front. We don't know what that number is.
Yeah.
And so that's a conversation you have up front. I appreciate going into a relationship with a woman like that. That's what the conversation is up front.
Yeah.
And I got the ability to say, you know what, I can afford it or I can't. It's up front.
I get it.
All right, poster J-Say has attracted over 1 million followers on TikTok with messages like this about men who don't stay in touch.
If he wanted to, he would. Let's talk about this phrase that gets thrown around pretty much every second of every single day. When a man is truly interested in you, you won't be waiting around for a call, a text, or a date. Men are very intentional about what we want. If he hasn't planned dates with you, it's not because he's too busy, unless he's got his own business or he has aspirations of being the next Elon Musk. He ain't too busy. I mean, I know multimillionaires who still plan dates for their woman. Remember, too, men used to go to war and still write letters to their woman back at home. Dude's out here in a battlefield writing letters. He can't send you a text? Listen, men don't accidentally forget the woman they truly desire. I'm not saying he's got to be blowing up your phone every single day. Consistency is key. As long as he's showing up consistently for you, that's what matters. And if he's not, he's simply not your man. What he's doing is doing just enough to keep you around. Breadcrumbs are not love. Consistency is. So if you've ever felt strung along, unsure, or you're constantly questioning his intentions, you are not crazy. That man is just not crazy about you.
Yeah, I think that's a very true statement, or there's not enough desire in the relationship, and maybe you might try something extra.
I mean,
or do a little bit more.
As women, we want attention. The attention lets us know that you are indeed interested. So and that's like, attention is free. That's the bare minimum. A call, a text, checking on you. Like, those things are free.
What do we
so if
want?
you won't even do the free things.
But what do we want?
Men?
Yeah, what do we want? What do we want to want to do that for you?
Okay. I believe praise. I think that you guys want to not just feel affirmed, but also the assurance, support, affection, the connection. Yeah. I do believe that you guys want the connection. I think that you also want the stimulation.
Yeah.
I think that you want an escape from your reality. So you guys don't want to just be in driver mode all the time. You do want to escape and somewhat be on an island in your mind, I mean. Like, a woman needs to be a vacation for a man.
If you're doing all of that and a man is not giving you attention, all right, and I just want to say this. If you're doing all of that and a man is not giving you attention, that man is not for you. All right? And that's as clear as day.
I would agree.
If that's what you're doing and it's just dry, tumbleweeds floating through the DMs, get out. Find somebody else. Our spicy question of the day. How do you know when you're in love versus attached or infatuated? That's a very interesting question.
It's a beautiful question. So I believe that people feel intoxicated, right? Like, there's this like euphoric high that you get, and we describe that as, oh my God, I'm in love. Like, I feel so connected. Yes, because it's in emotion, right? I think that the feeling of intoxication, the feeling of infatuation, or the sentiment of like, there's so much passion. I feel something that I've never felt before. Those are emotions, and they believe, that I'm falling in love. The moment that those things are taken away, there's this spiraling, this dysregulation in your system, right?
Is it bad?
Yes, it's bad.
Oh, it is bad.
It's bad because the foundation that you've built, and what I believe love to be is a verb. I believe love to be choices that you're making, actions that you're taking that are proving the sentiment, right? Because the only way to actually qualify it from the infatuation or from the, obsession is the behavior. Okay, well, because even obsession, we can identify with the behaviors.
Yes.
So same thing with love. Is this person showing up for me? Is this person pouring into me? Do I like not only how this person treats me, but do I like how I show up with them? Mm-hmm. Are they helping me become the best version of myself? Do they see my light? Do they see me through the lens I want to be seen?
That's a lot. Can I be infatuated and in love at the same time too?
You can be infatuated. The infatuation, though, eventually it sizzles out because when you're infatuated and the person falls from grace, huge disappointment because the infatuation oftentimes isn't built on substance.
No, it's just built on this is new and fun.
Yeah, this is just, I love this feeling. Yeah.
I used to always equate new infatuation to like shiny garbage. Like, ooh, I found a new toy to play with. And then you're like, oh, this is just garbage. Let me throw it back down. Because, the shininess wears off. And it's like, oh, this is just nothing. What did I do? Why did I pick this up?
Yeah, everything was great when it's new.
Yeah, everything's great and new. And you're like, oh, no. But then, but real love is like somebody who's willing to call you, affirm you, love you, check on you, stroke your ego.
Real love sees you as valuable and useful. Real love understands, like, that you are something to be protected, honored, and you treat that thing as if you care about it. In your toy analogy,
no, but if you find that, that's a beautiful thing to find.
It is very much so because then you also have to like have it reciprocated.
Absolutely,
you gotta let me do.
And that's the sweet spot that you want to be in. That's when you're like, oh my God, I want to marry you.
Yeah,
you hurry up and get married. Poster Mr. Gray has a warning about a form of infatuation that can be very powerful.
What's up, gang? Mr. Gray from the Real Man Group podcast. Limerence. Have you ever heard of the word limerence? Limerence is the infatuation phase when you first meet someone. It's actually more deeper than infatuation. It is something that controls everything that you think of the person. When you're in the shower, the phone rings, you dry your hands off, you rush to the phone and you try to take that call, or you're constantly daydreaming and thinking about this person. There's extreme highs and there's extreme lows when you are dealing with limerence. If things is going well, it's extreme high. Things is going bad, it's extreme lows. But what a lot of people is doing is they're making these long-term commitments while they are experiencing this high-level infatuation called limerence. Where are you right now? Where are you? Are you coming out of that? Or are you entering that? How do you feel right now?
I think that's a good question to ask yourself if you're just starting to engage in a relationship or you're dating somebody. Is this limerence or infatuation, or are we really kind of starting to build something concrete with a foundation based on us valuing each other's time, love, behavior? Is this really some substance here?
Yeah.
Or are we just banging each other's heads out, and we just love the chemical reaction that we're providing each other at the end of the day, which is fun for a little bit, but it's not healthy long term.
It fizzles out too.
It does. I mean, imagine if we could just go through life having sex all the way till the end.
Well, I also think it's hard because we paint this like fairy tale just about everything, right? We want it to feel euphoric for the rest of our lives.
Well, you said a good thing. Sometimes love is not good as all the time.
I can't stand you, but I'm still here because I love you.
It is. That's when I'm unconditionally married to you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be here through the bad times because I'm in a vow to you. And you know what? I know that it's not going to be great. But we put in enough work in this relationship that I love you. I'm going to be here.
And I think that the respect and the admiration still has to be there, right? Like when it's an honorable person and you believe in like their character and who they are, you are more likely to endure because you're like, dang, but you are such a great person. Even outside of what we're going through, you're just such a great person.
Yeah. From the chat, more reaction from the chat. Lisa Love, today's generation is into money and sex than love. Yeah, I mean, they might be young, though. I mean, I think that might be a young person's thing, but maybe. BM says men don't delay love if she's the one we like and see to build a family in the future time. I didn't delay and married a 1 in a million woman. 14 years later, 2 kids, and still madly in love with her. That's beautiful. Good look at you. You hit the lotto.
It exists.
It does. It does exist. I think some people get lucky and you find your person. Some people can sustain through tough times and kind of weather through things. And then sometimes life kind of stretches you hard and you go your separate ways. There's no playbook to like trying to navigate love, life, and society. And
there's no exceptions to the rule either.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. I think that even the greatest of experts, the most amazing coaches in the world, I'm one of them.
Yeah.
We go through some of those like valleys and lows, and like that is okay because this is I chose to do life. I was going to experience it with anyone in the world. I wanted to experience it with you.
Yeah. I mean, that's it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
All right, up next, Fallout from the K. Michelle Cam Newton podcast as Late Night Love continues.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first round draft pick during the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love your mind.
Hey, welcome back to YouTube and listen to love relationships. We'd love your input, 310-369-0400, or you can jump into the chat. We'll get your messages throughout the show on the Fox Soul Late Night Love YouTube page. Last week, singer K. Michelle shook up social media by calling out black men on Cam Newton's Funky Friday podcast. This week on Tima from Brooklyn, some more fallout.
Watching K. Michelle cry on the show, whatever, talking about how black men don't really care about, creating broken homes and how, we are at war with each other. We're the only race that's really at war with each other. Seeing her cry like that, that's how most of us feel as black women, but we have accepted it. Like, it's so normalized. And even when the family get broken up, like, people say things about it, but it's not a big deal because it's so many of us that come from that. So we don't value family the same as the other races. Like, from my experience, a lot of people in my family was married when I was younger, by the time I came of age to really understand marriage and relationships, they were already either, divorced or, been cheated on. So it's so normalized in the black families, like black men, and it's not to bash black men, but I feel like he was sitting there like, I don't care. And most of them don't care, and they wonder why they get the same response from us as black women, because we're so tired of trying to hold the family together and, praying, that, we can keep it together and all that stuff. We're tired. So now we just accept it, and that's why a lot of women move the way they move now.
Every time I think I've had women, especially black women, figured out, or at least understand a little bit better than what I did a few months ago.
Yeah.
I hear things like this, and I'm like, oh, God, there's even more trauma that's sitting in this mind of yours. And I'm like, I wish I knew what to say, what to do, how to heal the level of trauma that you guys are holding on to, because it seems to be this never-ending, level of hurt that you guys are holding on to. And it comes out more and more and more the more we keep talking. There are things that you guys are holding on to that we don't even are cognizant of. And the more conversation we have, the more it's like, I don't know if we as black men know how to fix or repair any of it. All I know how to do is say, I'm sorry.
You're like, for the whole entire gender?
Black man, I can give you a hug. That's all I don't know what to do. And I mean, I can't corral all black men to do better. It's just, I don't know what to do to make this situation better so that black women can kind of relax and heal. Let alone do I want black women to start changing who they are as an individual and start moving different.
Yeah.
I don't think that's better for society, for black families.
It's the structure of the home, right? I think that's where it starts. At the end of the day, though, we still are choosing one another. So that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
The rhetoric on social media says we are not choosing each other. However, statistically, black men still are choosing black women, and black women are still choosing. While black men are the highest population to date outside the race, and black women are the least likely to date outside of the race, right? It's because of that huge gap that we are greatly affected by it. But when it comes to black love, it's still there. It's still there. Now, the women who have not been able to acquire it, I think there's also this other level that we also need to take a deep dive into. Like, it's not because black men don't want to stay, and it's not just because they're not choosing us. There's all this other element of us not being raised properly to find pride in marriage, for us to see it growing up, for us to be exposed to it. We don't idolize it the way that we used to. That's what I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to restore the family unit.
Well, we had Brianna, also known as Big Bad Doll, on, and she has a different take on black love. Hers comes with a financial aspect to it. But she tried. She's
a part of the population that more than likely, because she's financially driven, she may not end up married because
she tried at first, though.
No, she dated broke. She wasn't trying to get married.
Oh, but she tried for love, though, right?
She
What did you say?
married for love when she was younger.
It was a fiance. It was a fiance.
I don't care about fiancés.
No?
Fiancés don't do anything for our community. I care about restoring the family unit, building generational wealth for us,
doesn't count.
Educating our community, pouring back in with resources.
I'm starting to think that she was
don't care about the next level of girlfriend, okay? Because while I do think like, oh, well, he asked me, like, you got on one knee. I applaud that. I love when my clients, men, get on a knee. But I don't rejoice until they get down that aisle.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda is not good enough. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
I love that they invested in a ring, right? I think those are huge steps and milestones.
Mm-hmm.
But this level of like, but I was a fiance. I don't care. You
weren't married.
Almost.
Almost. Not
Doesn't
good enough?
count. It does not count.
Not good enough, huh?
No.
Bought you a blow pop?
What if
a
I was
ring
like,
pop?
what if I was like, I almost got into school. I almost pulled up to the show. Like you would be like, no, nobody cares.
We were common law married. Common law married didn't count? No? Okay.
Oh.
I don't know. Listen, I think you are right, though. We have to start at the root foundation of building the family back. I just don't know
We
how.
need to sell it. We need to go on a marketing campaign on why families are important, why husband and wife, and why marriage is important.
I got the slogan, make black families great again.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. All right, poster Zamir Lewis says there's a difference to be looking for love and to be loved.
I've been single for 4 years, and I have not had the vernacular to describe exactly what I want in a partner, and it finally came to me today. My desire is to be with someone whose intentions are to love and not for love. When you really break it down and think about it, when people do things for love, there's a certain yearning and desperation attached to that, right? Sometimes it doesn't come from a pure place. It comes from needing something, from wanting to prove something and to get a specific outcome. And I think when you move from a place of love, when it's just who you are, when it's your core, when it's your default mode, I think there's no attachment to the love that you give. There's no expectations once you give it out. It's just you give it out so freely because it's just who you are. And I've never been a girl who just wants to be in a relationship to be in one or just to say that I have somebody. It's not that deep. I prefer to be alone. But I feel like because my core, my default mode is love, right? I drown the people in my life in it. And it's just because of who I am. There's no expectations. There's nothing that I need back from them. My deepest desire is to have somebody who is the same.
There are some women who want to be in a relationship just to be in a relationship. They want to be married just to be married.
Mm-hmm.
I find that odd just because they want the label or they don't care who they're married to. They just want to be married. What is that? Pick me? Is that what that is?
I'm stretching because
I mean, I don't know. What
I
say
need to
you?
wake myself up. Okay. At this point, we're just making relationship videos just to make relationship videos.
Well, you don't think she was right, though?
I think that this high demand or expectation for what love is supposed to look like and how it's supposed to feel and how we're telling people how to love and how we're actually not even the thing that she's asking for. Does that resonate with you? Do you feel like, oh my God, I saw her message and that's how I want to love? That moved me, and all of us men need to get behind this.
To be loved instead of just being in a relationship?
She's saying that we should do it from a place of love and not for love, right? We all want love. Yes. All of us want to be loved from our childhood. So she's asking us to erase literally the thing that was taught to us first. The first taste of love we ever had was from a selfish place. I think it's unrealistic for us to delete the selfishness from it. I don't think we're that advanced as a society. I don't think that there is this like, let's not make it transactional, let's make it unconditional. Like, no, love has conditions. Love has conditions. And so some of that is, I will love you, but in exchange for my love, I need it back.
I'm alone it to you for a second.
The only person who loves unconditionally is Jesus and a lot of our mamas. But outside of that, I'm sorry, in romantic relationship, like my husband doesn't love me properly for a long period of time. There is no rise from the ashes. There is no coming out of the pitfall. I'm sorry, he's not going to get my unconditional love. Like I need to be fed.
You guys are
my son is the only person that can be a hotmess.com, and I will love him through that. But that's it. And even then, I'm gonna still whip him in shape. But you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying,
I understand
though?
what you're saying.
This whole I'm just gonna love y'all, but I don't need it back. No. We all need it back.
We all need it back. We're sharing the love ball, and I'm going to give it to you for a little bit, and then I want it back, and and we share it back and forth.
But I do understand that
energy.
being in a relationship just to be in a relationship. No, I don't think that all of us are equipped or have the tools or have anything even to offer a relationship. We just want to feel good about ourselves.
Yeah, some people just want the title. They feel like they're not, I guess, picked to be in a relationship, then there's something's wrong with them at the end of the day, which is not true. You can be healthy and be by yourself.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that may be a better place for you to be than just to be with somebody just for the sake of being with somebody. You got to be intentional and find the right person that's for you. And sometimes being by yourself is the best place until you find that person. Poster Kitty J. Rose with some of her trademark tough talk to get women to snap out of it if a man is just playing with her.
I'm talking to my women today, especially my young women, because the Kitty y'all know now is not the Kitty that I used to be. I used to be dumb, stupid, slow, dunce. Okay, not too much on yourself, Kitty. It doesn't matter what it is that you do. The more you hold on to that man, the more you hurt yourself. You so consumed with that man that you can't even see that he's your struggle. And if you can't see that he's your struggle, that means that you can't listen to the people who are trying to warn you that he's your struggle. You show up and you show up, you do more and more just to prove your worth to this man, just for him to love you. You sacrifice a bit of yourself each time that you are trying to prove to this man that you are worthy of his love. You crying and begging, asking yourself why, questioning your worth, because your worth has now become dependent on how much attention and time this man gives you. And the time and attention that he gives you is limited to maybe some back and forth text, maybe some sex. And when this man gets his fix, he dips. You think that man don't know what it is that he doing? A man who's played the game for so long, he knows when he has a woman's worth in his hand. He is playing you like a puppet, baby. And you acting crazy won't make him love you better. You want this man to love and respect you when you don't love and respect yourself. You showing him he don't have to give you nothing because you give yourself scraps so he can give you scraps. That's how do you have a fear of losing people when you are dealing with someone who is purposely inconsistent with you?
I feel like she should be a rapper. She got that bravado where she could be like, 16 bars or something like that. I listen to her and I hear a lot of, I don't know if that's projecting in what she's saying or if that's true advice that she's giving. And in a lot of these videos that as we roll through relationship and love, sometimes I hear good advice, and then sometimes I'm like, I don't know if these are people projecting stuff that they've gone through in their own lives, and because some of it sounds so foreign that.
Like what?
Well, I'm like, I can't imagine men doing some of the things that some of these ladies are talking about doing.
Have you seen the Man of the Year trend?
No.
Okay, I have to do a response video to the Man of the Year trend. But it's literally everything on TikTok around the Man of the Year. And it's these girls showing all the horrendous messages men have sent, all of the voice notes, all of the clips from them beating them, yelling at them, talking crazy to them. When you hear some of the things that these men have said.
Oh, the Man of the Year.
And so it's
they're
let's give it up for the Man of the Year. And then you listen to him talking about, you ain't nothing, you'll never be nothing, you're gonna be alone like your mama. It's they go in. And so while it's disheartening and it's super, super sad,
yeah,
it hurts to hear it.
I got to get on female TikTok. Maybe I'm on the wrong side.
These women are exposing also the emotional crazy side of men, like the wounded men. Because remember we spoke before about men hiding behind, they only show certain parts of themselves to certain people.
Right. Because that's a side. There's a side of men that only a woman who is engaging him in a romantic relationship will expose him. So you don't see that.
Yeah. I mean, even think about abusive relationships. Men who have hit women, they're not like, "Hey, dog, let me tell you about the girl I just
beat her up."
Right? No, the women are experiencing in intimate relationships see another level to them
of a man. Wow,
yeah.
that's very interesting. That's a the man. I got to go see. Is there a hashtag on?
Yeah, man of the year.
I've got to go see. This is something that I've never.
I was like, y'all are in these relationships. Come to me. Let me help you. Let me help heal you before you move into the next relationship. Because they're also over here posting these videos, which is extremely traumatizing as well. Because now they have to like go back into those clips, find it, they're reliving it, but trying to expose him.
I have been that in a previous life before, the triggered individual.
Oh, I saw a video on you.
No, please. But I have gotten to a point where I have through therapy, number one, but also not allowing another person to allow me to get out of character like that. You know, and that's being a little bit more disciplined, and also not just getting to a point where somebody has that much control over you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what led them to get to the point where they're, you know, being so emotional in a DM. Maybe somebody ghosted them or whatever. Somebody obviously has triggered their feelings.
Yeah.
And it's very childish to think, number one, it's going to work, or you're going to hurt their feelings, or they're going to care. All they're going to do is share the message and then make you look stupid online, and now you're going to be the man of the year. I don't know. If this has happened to you, I would love to hear some of the man of the year stuff that you may have. Matter of fact, 310-369-0400, or you can send the Man of the Year DMs to Late Night Love at foxsoul.tv, Late Night Love at foxsoul.tv, because we'd love to hear some of these things. I mean, it's...
You wouldn't believe. I was traumatized listening to it.
You know, thank you for letting me know that there's a whole nother level of men that we don't get to see.
Yeah.
Because I see some of these things and I'm like, what? Not that they don't happen.
Yeah.
I just try to...
But you also you're not hanging in those communities with those types of, I mean, those men exist, but they're just not exposing that to you because there's shame, and there would be, you might hold them accountable, right? So it's like their shadow self coming through, but in the relationship.
Yeah, the first thing I would say is like, bro, what are you doing? That's not like, no, there's nobody worth you getting outside of yourself, regardless of how somebody's treated you.
Yeah.
The best thing you can do is walk away. If somebody is that triggering for you, you got to move on from that at the end of the day.
1,000%.
All right. Call the show. All right. The phone number right there on the screen, 310-369-0400. Up next, a therapist who is really bad at dating. As Late Night Love continues.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And you interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Hey, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and The Nightcap is the late night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, you know we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 10:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
I'm Isaiah Carey, here to shake things up with the stories that hit hard and matter most. Here on The Factor, we cover news with grit and authenticity. We challenge the status quo and get down to real talk and bold discussions. Join us as we amplify the voices that disrupt, inspire, and lead the charge for change. Your story is power, and we're here to unleash it.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored. New episodes weeknights at 9:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Welcome back to Late Night Love. I'm Don Amici with Spicy Marty. And listen, we want to invite you into the conversation as we talk about love and relationships. 310-369-0400. We don't have all the answers. Maybe you have them, and we would enjoy your input into the conversation. Therapists are just different these days. One of our favorites is Bring It Brat, who is an open book about herself.
People often ask me what it's like to date as a therapist. And the best way I could describe it is like dating as a therapist is like taking an open book test and still failing. It's like doing a group project in school and your group mates expect for you to do all the work because they think that you're the smart one. It's like spending months picking out a new hairstyle, and when you get it, you actually hate it. It's like telling a little kid to stop doing something 1,000 times because they're going to hurt themselves. And then when they in fact hurt themselves, you still have to console them. It's like singing in a choir, and you always got that one person who think that they can blow when in actuality, they're tone deaf and they be off key. Did that give y'all a good picture? I hope so.
Yeah. So you're a relationship coach, and
say.
How, is it different in your life, giving relationship advice and
applying it in like your own life?
In your own life?
So because I work with my husband, which is like the crazy part, he will throw and weaponize my spicy tips and my curriculum back at me.
That is messed
I'm like,
up.
don't you use my methodology? Like, you know, so we're both doing it. We're both fighting weapons with my tools. But I know when I need to outsource for help, when I can't regulate. When I'm like, I know better, but in this moment, I give you 3 chances. I tried my different methods. I've tried everything. That's still not working. Let me get some help.
So this is conflict that I need more wisdom.
Even coaches need coaches.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think that what she was saying was like that maybe the partner or the person that she's dating like deflects to her. I think that the thing, though, about dating therapists, which is why I have a lot of clients who are therapists, is because they can be very cerebral. They understand, like, they can see, right? They're aware of what's going on. Mm-hmm. But then the application part of, I understand what's going on. I understand this theory, but...
Well, are they aware of other people, but not aware of themselves?
They're, yes, and, right? I know what's going on with you. I know what's going on with me. But the actual application of like, well, what are my next steps to manifest my goals or to like bring this to fruition, to bring to the self-actualization part is a lot more challenging for them because they are saviors. My saviors always come to me because my saviors tend to, just like their clients, they want to rescue their lovers.
But you can't rescue everybody, right?
No.
I mean,
they try though.
You can try.
They try.
You can. I mean, you know, you can't. You can try to save everybody, but sometimes not everybody is savable.
Or the other element is like they're too much in their head, and they won't allow for the connection to take place because they're dissecting the entire time.
Yeah, that's it.
But they try to be mindful of that too because they don't want to come off that way because it's been brought to their attention. So they try not to be. So like now they're overcorrecting.
Therapy is like when you go to therapy or you become a therapist. It's a very weird thing because you start looking at the world in a different. Different thing. Mm-hmm. You start like, oh my God, you start seeing all the zombies walking around, and then you're like, I know what your problem is, and it's a weird thing, and you got to be very mindful of it because the world starts to look very differently. Mm-hmm. And I can only imagine what it is like trying to be a therapist, trying to go around this world and try to date because you're like, how is it? It's got to be hard to try to connect with somebody because you're automatically all this schooling and this information is like. Can you be present in the moment without
It is hard to
analyzing?
be present. I think oftentimes they're blocked by like allow myself to feel what is going on. How does this feel to me versus what do I know? I think that there is that element.
Can you tell them? Can they turn it off? Is it? I mean, like, can you just? Is there a way to like? I'm not going to be the therapist today. I'm just going to be, I don't know, Susie. Just enjoy this guy or girl or whatever, and just exist and just be.
I think, well, absolutely, because there's a lot of them in relationships. I've helped a lot of them in relationships as well. But I think that you have to feel safe with that person and make that other person feel safe and not always make it feel like you are assessing or you are, because my husband will hate when I start to do that. Like, let me tell you what's going on. And he's like, not today.
You don't therapize me. Don't therapize
like, not
me.
today.
Yeah.
Do not. I hate when you do this. I'm like, not today.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's what you do. So
Right.
you're like, that's your mode that you're always in. So let me just be
But it is
spicy.
it is a little bit more
wife.
challenging. Yeah, it is a little bit more challenging to separate it. But I think when you have a partner who's also extremely aware, they can hold you accountable to, hey, like, I see what is going on here, and I know that it's easier for you to go this route. I would like us to actually stay connected and feel what we're going through and express what we're going through without dissecting what we're going through and what's happening.
That's a great communication. That's a great level of communication to have with a partner, to where you don't have to everything doesn't have to be a doctor's office visit. Let's just be in the moment right now. And if we're mad at each other, let's be mad just for a second. Let's feel that and then move on from it.
Exactly. You're giving each other permission. Like, let's just be in this moment.
What did you say? I had to teach him how to fight fair.
I did have to teach him how to fight
I had
fair.
to teach him how to fight fair. I love it. You know?
Oh my gosh, that Caribbean blood in him came out. Let me tell you, the first time I saw it, I was like, whoo.
Yeah, listen.
Let me tell you what's not gonna happen.
It's hot. That Caribbean blood is hot.
Y'all are fire.
Up next, pulling the plug on your husband as Late Night Love continues.
Hey, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and the Nightcap is the late night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, you know we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in, because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 10:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
Shut the hell up. You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Hey, besties!
What is a bestie?
I like you.
She's fun.
It's about to be a good time!
She's always looking out for you.
Since you're my bestie, I will handle it for you.
She makes you think.
Here to uplift and empower.
She's always encouraging.
You are that girl.
Chelsea Edwards, your bestie in daytime.
I get the spiritual moments.
Chatting with Chelsea. New episodes weekdays at 5:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Hey, welcome back to Late Night Love. I'm Don Amici with Spicy Marty. And listen, you can give us a call as we talk about love and relationships here, 310-369-0400, or jump into the chat on the Late Night Love Fox Soul YouTube page, and we'll get your comments throughout the show. Poster Lauren the Lawyer has a horror story about a client whose parents never got legally divorced.
If you are married and you no longer want to be with your spouse, stop these years and years long separation. You know, like Uncle Bobby and Auntie Cheryl, who've been married 20 years but ain't seen each other in 14 years. Now, I know some states require a separation period. My jurisdiction doesn't. We don't have legal separation. I'm licensed in Texas. I know some states require you to be separated for a certain amount of time. That's not the people I'm talking about, and you know it. I just had an emergency consultation with a daughter who basically screamed and cried most of the consultation because her dad, who just had an aneurysm earlier this morning, was in the hospital on life support. Well, this man is married, but he has been separated from his wife 8-9 years. Y'all know bad news travels fast, and the wife shows up at the hospital, was like, pull the plug. Send him to glory. So that's where this daughter comes into play in extreme desperation, trying to save her father's life. And even if there was something I could do, I don't think he's going to live long enough for me to do it. Obviously, this woman, the wife, they ended on bad terms. She obviously hates him. And I don't know why you would want to stay legally attached to somebody that hates you. Give so much power to somebody who hates you. Like, this person literally has your life in their hands.
So there's a famous story about Barry White. Did you hear the story about Barry White?
No, what happened to Barry?
So Barry White died in 2003, and I think he had 2 ex-wives, and then he had a current partner that he was with for a long-term partner.
Okay.
So at the time of his death, he'd been separated from his wife, or his last wife, Claudine White, for many years.
Mm-hmm.
He had a current partner. He had 9 kids. He never got fully divorced. He never got divorced from the last wife.
No.
And so he never updated his estate plan. And so longtime partner, never updated the estate plan. Everything went to the last wife, even though he was with the new partner and the new kids. And I think the wife let the girlfriend live in the house, basically, but she kept everything. And so it's very important that you update your will, your estate, and you make sure your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. And even if you've got parents that are aging now, to make sure their plans are in order, with power of attorneys or all these things are taken care of ahead of time, so that you don't have to wait until somebody dies to kind of figure this out, because it's a mess. It can be a messy process.
Insurance policies, all of
that
things.
stuff.
Yeah.
Do it while you're young, do it ahead of the time, revise it, make sure. Maybe set a once a year anniversary to kind of like, hey, do we need to update anything? Just to be on top
policy,
of it.
I'm like, I think my husband has a $1 million insurance policy out on me.
Out on you? Oh wow! All right, look at that. I mean, but it's very important,
If I
because
show up missing, you guys call 310-369-0400.
All right. But it's very important to have these things taken care of.
Yeah, taken care of in advance.
In advance, because you never know what's going to happen. Accidents happen. People die.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know what's going to happen.
I encouraged him to do it before I went into labor, because I was like, anything can happen. I need Princeton taken care of. What if he doesn't have a mom? I need you to be rich so you can get a new woman to like raise him.
You're giving him permission to move on?
I was emotional. My mind went like crazy, okay? You don't know the things that I was experiencing.
Oh my goodness. Here's your new mom, the new spicy. Oh, wow. So make sure you get that taken care of, because you definitely don't want your ex-wife coming, or your legally married wife who you're not with anymore, coming into the operating room talking about pull the plug and send them to glory. That's kind of mean, like.
What about when you guys find out that you have kids that you didn't know about, and now there's like all of a sudden additional child support you got to pay, and it's like, dang, I said yes, signed up for this family, but then this child that happened out of marriage, like now there's
coming in.
Yeah, that's also a financial disruption.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like, you got to make sure, like, legal stuff, you really got to make sure everything is dotted and dotting the I's and crossing the T's and updated, and just make sure you don't go creating families outside of wedlock.
This is circling back to K. Michelle and what she was crying about.
Don't have sex. Just don't have.
No, but like, to your point, like, we need to protect our legacy. We need to stop.
Stop. You know what? No more sex. It's what do they call it? In vitro fertilization. That's all. That's how I'm having babies from now on. That's it. That's the new method. All right. You're not catching me caught up. Yeah. What do you say about that?
Do men getting in vitro?
Yeah.
I'm perfect. I think that you guys should be getting your
sperm frozen.
I think that if you're for sure like adamant, and it's happening more and more, right? You guys deciding that you're not going to have kids anymore, and so you guys wind up getting the surgery and taking matters into your own hand. I don't think is a bad decision. I think that when you get into another relationship though, and the woman's like, "Oh, I want to have kids," yeah. But at a certain point, I think that when you are certain that you don't, I love when men take responsibility for the reproduction health. Like, I think that that's extremely important, so that we don't have to put any hormones into our body and be on birth control.
Well, the mere thought of
But you shouldn't be doing it just so that you can have sex with any old body. I don't think that it's like, well, now I have permission to be a hoe because I'm not going to get anybody pregnant.
No. The mere thought of getting clipped, I can't do that. But I'm also like, just never having sex again. I'm going to make sure that who I'm impregnating is I'm impregnating.
You're like, I got to make sure I want this person.
Right. Yeah. Yes. I want to make sure.
All these clips, we cannot be having kids without you being for sure, without you wanting to like build with them. Yeah. And it's not too late for you, Don.
Not too late. No. There's a popular poster known as Sinberry who reposts content along with her reactions here. She's most definitely approves of a message from Nardos Daily.
The one you lowered your standards for will cheat on you. A man treating his mother well does not mean he's gonna treat you the same. The one you chase after, they're never the one. Don't rush. It's better to marry late than to marry wrong. Avoid build-em-in projects. You're not Home Depot. If he's emotionally unavailable, return him back to the shelves. The longer you stay on the wrong train, the more expensive the return ticket becomes. If his friends are hitting on you, that means he's cheating. They're all disappointing. Pick the rich, handsome disappointment, okay?
This is a level of female energy that I'm scared to be around. It feels dangerous to be around that level of female energy.
You said it, they're all disappointing. Pick the rich, handsome one.
No. It seems like she's angry. Am I wrong though?
That she's angry?
Or is that solid advice? I don't know. 310-369-0400. Is that solid advice? Is what she's saying? Because it sounds like she's coming from a place of it's all going to disappoint you. Uh-huh. Just get what you can out of it and move on.
You know that I keep advocating for us having realistic expectations, right? So there is disappointments that's going to happen in your love life and relationship. But I think that we need to be honest and transparent as we navigate this dating world about what our intentions are. So if she is not in the season where she wants to be a wife, and she is not in the season that she wants to be with her purpose mate, then she is going to navigate differently. And I think she should be honest about that. She should also be very aware what season of her life she's in. If we're looking for just a quick, the bag, okay, be honest about that. I think we need to assess, because that also determines how we perform.
Well, because it sounds like is that I got in for love, I got hurt, now I'm on this villain kick of they're all bad and I don't care, get what you can get because there is no good person here. And that's some of the energy I feel that a lot of female they get to a point where they just I don't want to deal with it and just use them for whatever you can use them for. And I hate hearing that.
No, that's coming from a wounded place.
That's a wounded place.
But don't come out here talking about there's no good men and that you want love and you're operating from that headspace.
I don't know if they want love after that. I think that they got wounded and that they don't want to try to go back out there and look for love again, that the wound hurts so much that it's I'm done with that and get what you can get because at least you get something out of it compared to a broken heart.
But my problem with these videos, though, that keep coming out with women who have these experiences that are now going public with this experience and not giving healthy advice is that people are
because we had Sinberry next to it affirming the message that the one
it was cute, it was funny, but I wouldn't suggest these things to my clients who really want to build a family and you know what I'm saying, they want a two-parent home and they want to be in love. I wouldn't necessarily be giving that mindset to them.
No.
And I just think that sometimes the information that we're giving people will take on after hearing it, and that's not even their personal experience. She may attract men who are disappointments. She may be someone who, has given too much time to brokies. But if that's not how, but we all don't navigate like that.
I'm going to make a t-shirt that says, t-shirt that says brokey, King Brokey. My goodness. What do you say to a woman who has had her heart wounded or who has been wounded, right? Who feels like she's in this energy right here. Uh-huh. How do you get out of that? How do you pull yourself out of that, or how do you even approach a woman like that to get her out of that energy?
When they want to get out of it, they come to me. So what I have to do with them is
they want to get out of it? I mean,
because it's not my responsibility to get you out if you don't want it. Right. So if you want it, you will get help. Okay, because you're dang, I want something different, but I don't know how to create that. I've never seen it, or maybe I've had the worst of it, but I know I want this thing. We get help for that.
So you have to get tired of living in it.
You have to get tired of it. You have to get fed up. And you're okay, what is it that I'm doing that's contributing to this?
Yeah.
And is there additional assistance and help that can get me to my goal quicker? Yeah, who can help me with this?
All right, there's still time for your calls. There's the number right there, 310-369-0400. We'll have more Late Night Love when we return.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first round draft pick. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible?
Rolling!
From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher. He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me? Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that? Ain't he alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
Louder for the people in the back.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
Back to Late Night Love. I'm Don Amici with Spicy Marty. The phone number right there, 310-369-0400. A couple ways for you to get in touch with us. You can call us or you can jump into the chat on our Facebook page. I'm sorry, on our YouTube page, Fox Soul Late Night Love. From the chat all the way to the phone, VM joining us live. How are you, VM?
I'm doing good, sir.
14 years married, if I remember right.
Ooh.
You found your day one and 2 beautiful children. Is that correct?
That is right. That is right.
How are you? And what do you want to talk about?
I'm doing just fine. Yeah, I just wanted to call and kind of bless the viewers and bless you guys with a little bit of my knowledge of marriage. And I know it's only been, you know, a little bit over 10 years, but you know, I think that a lot of people, they have problems with marriage and relationships, and that it's something that a lot of people don't think much about. And I believe the number one thing is people are giving their bodies away too quick. They're too quick to give their bodies. Our bodies are, you know, we have special bodies, and I think people are giving our bodies away too quickly. And that is, I think it's what causing relationships and marriages to not last. Another thing that I think it's a big problem is people don't really understand what love is. I think that nowadays people have a fairy tale kind of way of looking at love. I don't think people really truly understand that love is it's something powerful in a way that you know, we say a lot, I love you. People say, you know, young people, they say I love you to each other, but I don't think people really understand that love goes beyond things that you know, that people are so quick to quit on love, and they say they love each other, and I don't think people really understand the true power behind true love, and maybe that could be one of the reasons why relationships and marriages don't last. You know, I got married when I was 29, and I got married to a virgin. Oh, wow. She was 24, and we had a vision together to make things right. Of course, we are both Christians, but we both had a vision to wait for that special day to be connected with each other. Of course, we didn't really plan to be together. It's something that God kind of puts together and brings two people together. But God brought us both together in a way, yeah, we just had the same vision, and I think that when you have that kind of vision, that you look at your body, you look at yourself as special, and you wait for that special moment to connect with the opposite sex, and you have a vision of marriage, and to have a vision of family and children and leaving a legacy. Once you have that, I think you truly understand what it really means to love somebody, and the idea of family, the idea of being a father, the idea of being a mother.
Do you think that people are prioritizing marriage, though? Because I do think that we are hearing a lot of men who want family, right? They're like, I do want to be a father. I don't necessarily want to be a husband.
Yeah, I don't think people want marriage, and if they do, they might not have the right picture of what marriage is supposed to look like. I didn't, of course, and my wife, she didn't. Before we got married, we didn't have an idea of what marriage, or I didn't. My wife, she did, just because she saw her mom and dad. They're currently married, and she saw them as a baby all the way to the time that she got married. She saw how they moved forward together, how they built their family, and so she had that kind of blueprint to look at. I, on the other hand, I met my parents, my biological parents, later on in my life, 20 some years later, and then I was adopted when I was younger, so I never got to get to know my real parents as a young boy. But and even when I was adopted at 14, which is very unheard of. Usually when people adopt, they adopt babies. They don't adopt, teenagers. And so I was already older, and growing up in an orphanage for 10 years and having that kind of lifestyle as a child, I had no idea what it meant to be a father or to be a husband. And so, but at the same time, being a Christian, I looked at how this God that we call the Heavenly Father, how He is a father to us. And so I kind of had an idea of the kind of father that I wanted to be in the future when that time came. And today I have two beautiful children, a boy and a girl. And I think that, thirdly, I think that people lack the understanding of who they are. I believe that most people are living day to day trying to find who they are. They don't really understand why they are the way they are. I mean, we are all different people. All of us have different fingerprints, which indicates that we are all different. And so,
what are you teaching your kids about love and family?
Well, they are young right now, but my son, he just turned 6, and my daughter, she's 3. They're very young, but what I'm teaching them is that me and my wife were teaching our children that family. I mean, just the way we carry ourselves, me and my wife, the way we talk to each other, the way we are around them. We're very transparent with one another, and we're very open with our children. but I think that we're trying not to be, we're not trying to hide anything from them. We're trying to be as open with our kids. The way we act, me and my wife, the way we act with each other, the way we deal with problems, the way we talk to each other. And we allow, I know that some people say, you don't want to argue in front of your children. And me and my wife, we're from Europe. And so we argue, not a lot, of course, but when differences come into play, we allow our children to watch to see how mom and dad interact when they disagree with each other. And so we allow that to happen. We don't say, hey, let's put our kids in the room and then let's talk. We do it as a family so they can see how a true man of God talks to his wife, and how a woman of God talks to her husband, and how she submits to submits to him, not that she's.
Hey, VM, we got to run. I want to thank you for calling in, and thank you for sharing. I appreciate the call, man, and thank you for watching.
Folks hope too.
No problem. I'm really new to your guys' channel, and I'm enjoying it. It's actually been my second day watching.
Well, jump back in the chat. We love communicating with you, and keep watching. I appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Thank you,
Very
guys.
much.
All right. I appreciate you guys.
All right. Thanks for calling in. We'd like to hear what you are thinking too. More talk about love and relationships when late night love continues.
I'm Isaiah Carey, here to shake things up with the stories that hit hard and matter most. Here on The Factor, we cover news with grit and authenticity. We challenge the status quo and get down to real talk and bold discussions. Join us as we amplify the voices that disrupt, inspire, and lead the charge for change. Your story is power, and we're here to unleash it.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored. New episodes weeknights at 9:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
What is a bestie?
I like you.
She's fun.
It's about to be a good time.
She's always looking out for you.
Since you're my bestie, I will handle it for you.
She makes you think.
Here to uplift and empower.
She's always encouraging.
You are that girl.
Chelsea Edwards, your bestie in daytime.
Like it's a spiritual moment.
Chatting with Chelsea. New episodes weekdays at 5:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first-round draft pick. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
Hey, welcome back to Late Night Love. I'm Don Amici with Spicy Marty. And listen, you can jump into the conversation. We're talking about relationships and love. The phone number is 310-369-0400. Poster I Am B. Cherie is a friend of the show. And as someone dating over 35, she knows exactly what she's looking for and also what is off the table.
Baby, look, you do not get the opportunity to string along a woman like me. Not a woman who's dating with intentions. If I meet you and within the first month of you asking me for my number, you're constantly reminding me how you're getting yourself together, how you're so focused on your personal development, and you use that as a direct excuse of why you can't show up in this dating life, why you can't pursue me, then honey, I am going to give you the distance that you desire. I am going to give you the space that you need in order to focus on your personal development. And I'm not talking about the men that's being vulnerable and honest about where they are and want you to know what's actually happening, that's being transparent, because those men are also going to show up and put in some level of effort. They may not have all the money in the world to take you out on all the dates and all the fancy things, but they're going to want to spend time with you. They're going to call you. They're going to make sure that they're present in some capacity. I'm talking about the men that use their personal development and getting their life together as an excuse of lackluster effort in how you dating me. And if it don't apply, we let it fly. And these be the same men that have the nerve to get on the phone and call you and be like, if I don't call you, I don't hear from you. I got to be the only one that's reaching out. If I don't text you, you'll never text me back. Well, duh. Did your tenacity change, sir? Because until you come back with clarity and consistency and can communicate to me that now you are able to juggle the two, baby, I am going to be calm, clocked out, and completely out of the way. Because you are not about to string me along.
I am B. Cherie. I'm just trying to get my life right. I'm trying to take you out somewhere, but I'm just trying to get my life right. Can't give me a couple more weeks? Just a couple more weeks. That's all I'm asking for.
Do you know that's the new escape plan?
Wait, what? I'm trying to get my life right?
Yeah.
I can't. It's not you, it's me.
Yeah, it's the new escape plan. It's not you, it's me. But now it's like, I'm
not in the season of dating.
Yeah, I need to take some time for myself. I need to get back in therapy. I want to focus on, my esteem so that, next go
become
around,
a better man.
I'm trying to become, it is like the new, I need to heal. I
didn't realize I wasn't ready to start dating, and this is too soon, and I don't want to mess up your life.
Right.
I don't want to bring my BS into your life.
You brought some things to my attention that I really need to work on.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is good. I'm going to use
Gold.
That is good. You brought some things I'm going to use in my life.
So I want to I want to get out now, while like it. But honestly, I applaud it. I'm like, yes. I want people to tell folks it's a wrap.
Is this after we slept together?
I don't think they should be sleeping together. Ladies, until you're in a committed relationship. So, but it is the new, get out of jail card. Right, because you're letting them down with I'm going to focus on me, I'm going to grow, I'm going to become a better person.
But if it's true, though, right? If it is true, I mean, what if it is true?
It's an upgrade from ghosting. It's an upgrade from you being avoidant and not saying that you just don't want the person.
Well,
because they actually don't stop dating. All of a sudden now they're back on Bumble after they decided I need to work on myself. Well, why did you just come across, because I'm in there for my client. So I'm seeing all the things. I'm still in the dating market because I'm working on their behalf.
What if they start dating you, but then they're seeing that you are demanding, I don't want to say demanding, but that you're asking for them to step up, and they're just not ready to step up to do what you want.
Yeah.
And that's what
I can't give you what you need right now.
You can't get what you need right now. And they're like, oh, maybe I'm not ready for this whole situation.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that you guys also know that early on, though. I think that you will drag it on a little bit longer. Let me see if she really stands on business. Let me see if she really has her values and standards together. Let me see if she'll compromise a little bit of those for some late night affection, some late night love.
Some late night love. I heard one girl, she gave me the list of what she didn't do, and then I think I stepped over the line one time, and she held to her guns. I forgot what it was, but she held to her guns.
Good girl.
I think I didn't call her one time, and I said I was going to call her, and I was just like, it was a lot going on.
Ooh.
It was my mom.
Women hate that.
Yeah, I know.
That's the biggest complaint. I'll call you back. He never called me back after he said he was going to call me back. I tell everybody that, and I tell my mama that. You don't get a call back.
They're asking, which dating site does Spicy Madi research? or search on?
Oh, so I use different apps for the client, right? So first I'm looking at, and as a previous ambassador for Bumble, I would advocate for that one. I've also used Hinge. I've also used Match.com. I also used Raya. I've also used Christian's Mingle. I am hey, let's see where we get the most attention. Let's see where we have the most wins. And it is different for each person based on that pool that's in there at the time and how receptive that pool is to you.
Oh, let me get a reco for Raya. Come on, hook me up.
I got you.
I tried to jump back on one of these sites. I was like, let me jump back on one of these sites. They wanted $80 for a year. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm that committed.
They're like, okay, if you want to see who likes you first. Now you
right,
got to
I was like, I don't know if I'm that committed. I get bored sometimes. So I'm like, let me go play around on these apps. But I'm like, I don't know if I'm that bored.
It It also doesn't make sense if you're just window shopping. I think
Yeah.
that as a community, we only need to be going in there if we're really ready to purchase.
And I think I wasn't really that ready to purchase. That's why I was like, I'm
There's
not
a
going to
lot
pull.
of Don Amicis on there that aren't really ready for you guys are just window shopping.
Okay,
That's
you
what
know
I have
what?
to help my clients through is like shuffle through the raw selections to like find that one good.
Okay, so I understand the high price of admission now. Let's weed out those who
Yeah,
just
if you're
want to
not
window
serious,
shop.
yeah.
If you're not serious about it, let's make the entry price high to keep it serious. Okay, I get it. And it did exactly what it was supposed to do.
You're like,
I didn't jump in. I was like, you know what? That's a little too pricey for me right here. I was like, I'm just not that really serious. I just want to chit chat.
Look, that's what the Beyonce concert did to me. I was like, oh no, this price is too high. Let me just hear about it. I'll just watch it on the Shade Room when it reposts.
Right, I watched it on somebody's, I was like, oh, I saw Jay-Z performing on somebody's Instagram account. That's enough of the concert for me. I'm good.
I was like, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, up next, our nightly last laugh when Late Night Love continues.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And neighborhoods come up.
You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible?
Rolling!
From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher. He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me? Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that? Ain't he alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
Louder for the people in the back.
Hey, it's your girl Carolina Sanchez, and the Nightcap is the late night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, you know we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 10:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
Welcome back to Late Night Love. I'm Don Amici with Spicy Monty. And finally tonight, sketch comic Nadia Adelaide's Girls' Night did not go as planned.
Oh, thank y'all for coming to Girls' Night. Oh, yeah. I gotta do this more often, all right? I'm gonna keep doing it. Yo, babe, why are you here?
They let me off early. Chill.
They let you up. You said I could have the apartment tonight by myself. It's Girls' Night. No boys allowed.
You have the apartment. I'm gonna go in the room and watch baddies. I'm gonna be quiet like a church mom.
Yeah, you better be quiet. You seen Big Legs?
Did you see Big Legs?
Did you see Big Legs?
I'm about to go watch Big Legs.
What? You about to watch Big Legs?
No,
Brittany, no, okay, we have an itinerary. It's Girls' Night, okay? You go back in your man cave, put a muzzle on. I don't know.
You're right.
Zip it.
All right, come on.
Let's yeah. Back to what we were doing. Ladies, I had to go to the top of the closet to get Reese Roulette. I hope y'all...
You gotta shoot and swear, not hands.
I want to swear.
That's how you make it.
I'm gonna play Reese Roulette, right?
One more game.
I'm winning. They don't even know. Where it goes, I can start.
You gotta go under with your hair texture.
Oh, wait, like this.
No, her hair texture just go over. You see what I'm saying? Who did your hair? Because it keeps getting fuzzy. Nadia? Does it look like you should go to Nadia?
Don't do it.
Don't touch. You see what I mean?
What should I do about Tyrone?
Oh, here we go.
She's still with Tyrone?
Yes.
Girl, his credit's low. You leave him.
You're right.
Low patience, low credit, and go together. You know what I mean? Who told you to stay with him?
Nadia.
Not. So we know the common problem.
That's, first of all, Y'all be wanting girl time. He hijacked the girl time, and you can't do that. When your woman is having girl time, I think we had this conversation. We're supposed to leave the house, right? We're not supposed to be at the house if we're having girl time.
Correct.
I can't even be in the other room.
I did before my brother-in-law moved. I would have my husband spend the night at my brother-in-law's for my girl summer parties.
So he couldn't even stay. He couldn't even come to the house.
So that we could be in, like, our little PJs running around, whatever.
That's cold. I don't know if
He didn't mind though. He was like, "Okay, it's fine. You're a woman. You need this. Go ahead."
That's all right. I mean,
and they would have their little fellas night out.
Oh, that's cold, man. That's cold.
But if he was there, he's a talker. He will hijack it.
Oh, okay.
We were having like a conversation about reproductive and like in vitro, and he decided he's going to add his 2 cents. Excuse me.
Where can they find you?
Hey, you guys can play with my Twitter, stroke my IG at Spicy Body.
All right. The Listening Lounge is coming up next. My name is Don Amici. We're here Monday through Friday between 8 and 10 Pacific Standard Time. I will see you tomorrow. You guys be safe. Bye.
Bye. Buenas noches.
Welcome to Fox Soul's The Listening Lounge, where you come to find your favorite new audiobooks that will leave you inspired and wanting more. I'm your host, Derica Abraham. This week, we're showcasing Marcus Garrett's best-selling Debt-Free or Die Trying, a straightforward 4-step plan to help you achieve the financial freedom